Fish gang, yo, what's going on YouTube? We are not in my basement today. We have gone searching far and wide across the great United States to figure out our next fish tank tour. So in today's video, it looks pretty obvious from behind me, but we are in Philadelphia and we will be looking at the Adventure Aquarium to see what kind of fishies we can see at some of the largest fishy tanks in all of America. So I hope you come along for this hopefully pretty cool tank tour, and we will see all the cool fish in this Adventure Aquarium. So without further ado, let's dive into it. All right, Fish Gang, now we made it to the aquarium, me and Fish Gang wife, and we are going to check out these fishy fish in this fishy tank. Now, this is most likely going to be a voiceover because I am too embarrassed to record in public. So let's see what these fishies are like. All right. All right, so the first fish we see in this aquarium is missing an eye, so that is never good. But it's really cool to see all these piranhas just swimming together, not going crazy feeding frenzy mode on the other fish in there. And now we got some penguins. Really cold in this aquarium. That's why we have these penguins are living and thriving. They got little armbands on there to make sure we don't lose track of any of them. And it's too cold to be out for a swim. But we got this guy in the back, a lot like me, just off doing his own thing in his own home. Loving being by himself. Then here we got some fish. Oh, there's a big guy swimming in front of the camera. And I really like this one. Don't know if anything's wrong with him, but his mouth is absolutely agape. And shocked that he is on the Fish Gang Guy YouTube channel. And this is probably my favorite exhibit because of all the gold there. All the golden doubloons that were part of the sunken treasure. And we got Fish Gang Wife, my favorite exhibit. And here is a bunch of corals you would see in like a saltwater aquarium. This setup was really cool because it shows a bunch of like the brain corals there with the grooves in them. A couple, I think polyps, which is those circle things. And we got, I think that's a wrasse in the back, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty zoomed in there. Here's one of the bigger aquariums, pretty small compared to the other ones, but it's really decent size. You see a bunch of schooling fish up top. We got gigantic guy. I mean, that must have been at least 12 inches front to back. And we got a huge puffer in the back. I think he's probably just like grazing on either some algae or some bacteria there or something. Here is a lionfish protecting his gold from me. One of the most notorious deadly and poisonous animals. And I would probably be dead if I touched some of his gold. That puffer is safe because he's a fish. But if I stuck my hand in there, boom, dead instantly. Now, this is one of the, I think probably the second largest aquarium they had. A whole bunch of sharks in there, a whole bunch of fish. Just schooling, swimming around. It is so cool to see. I mean, each of those fish are at least 12 inches. And it's just so crazy to see the size and scale of some of these fish that you're pretty much, inches away from if you're up against the glass. So cool to be there and looking at them. And then we even got, I think that's a stingray. Maybe it's not a manatee, that's for sure. And over here we got a bunch of sea turtles that are just slowly coasting around, along with the sharks and I think the stingrays. You can just see the quantity of fish in this aquarium. So cool that they're just, like I said, just relaxing, having a good time, along with some of the corals, which I think some of those are live corals, which again simulates a real atmosphere. Unlike these fish, gigantic school of tin or metal fish. It was a cool display that they had. there. Another cool display was this touch tank with a little, my gosh, I can't remember the names of these guys, but Fish Gang wife there tried to stick her hand in and gently touch some of the fish. However, they did not like to, I think we were at the wrong spot here because they just kept flapping away from her, and oh, so close, could not get a touch there. But like I said, here's some more penguins, but they were way too cold out, so they were just hurdled together to try to stay warm. Now we got some axolotls. These are pretty popular in the aquarium. Those neon green eyes are absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if like it's blind or if that's like how it actually is. That is something I've never seen before, just neon green. And they actually breathe through those little gills on the side of their face. Here is another thing. Whoa! Oh my goodness, that is an alligator. Very scary. Nothing else is in that tank because it would probably get eaten up almost instantly. Kind of like these poisonous dart frogs. They have some absolutely insane colorings on them so that they are poisonous. And I'm starting to realize there are a lot of poisonous things here at this friendly family aquarium. And that blue one is probably my favorite coloring. Just how stark that dark blue is. And we got some peppermint shrimp. You can tell by the red and white, just like peppermint candy cane. They're just grazing around, trying to get all the algae or little micro organisms. Now this is a really beautiful tank. Pure blue tangs in here, which go around grazing on all of the algae. I don't think that's a boxfish, but it might be a cowfish or something like that. But Fish Gang wife and my favorite fish has to be this one. I mean, look at how crazy not that guy, but in the back there, look at how crazy that coloring is. If that was in a saltwater aquarium fish store, at least $500 because of how sought after a pattern like that would be. Kind of like here, we get some yellow tangs. And I think those white, yellow, and black fish are called butterfly fish, if I'm not mistaken. But again, really cool to see. Just like me, look at that. I am absolutely enthused. I cannot believe all the fishies, and I am right there with them, looking at them all. Here is the pride and joy, I think, of this establishment, which is these two huge hippos. We caught them during feeding time, and they're just chowing down on these heads of lettuce. But I don't care about any of those. I care about all the fishies. And they, too, are just chowing down on these heads of lettuce here. That's probably why they got so big. They just have unlimited buffet and salads here. And I'm not sure if the hippo got that head of lettuce there, but it was really cool to see them eating in the feeding time. And actually, at one point, they came up to the glass. Of course, I didn't catch that one. But another very large aquarium. This was with all the sharks in it. All the smaller fish obviously are out near the bottom, so they don't get chowed down on during lunchtime. But it is so cool to see just how massive these sharks are, all the fish are. They are just crazy that you can just, right up against the glass, you're just like inches away from all this aquatic life.
All right, Fish Gang, there you have it. Coming at you live from the very fishy Camden, New Jersey Aquarium. It's a little wet, little rainy, little cold, but we hope you all enjoyed this special fish tank tour of, of the aquarium. So we hope you tune in for our next one. Thanks a lot, and peace.